to hear your opinion. Why Waymo is valuated at 250 billion? What is the economics, in your opinion, of autonomous vehicle?
That's a quite tricky question. Also, if you just think about Uber wants to go for the IPO right now, and the numbers that are tossed around are in the ballpark of 120 billion. So there's definitely big money involved. I have to admit I'm not really an expert in evaluating companies at that scale. So therefore, I probably don't say too much about these numbers. The key thing for me is when we talk about maybe more on a, let's say, level I can address the question, or at least a part of the question to a certain extent, is what does autonomous drive mean? Because many people say autonomous drive, and everybody understands something different by that term. One says, oh, I don't need a driver's license anymore. I just walk down, enter my car, and it brings me everywhere on the planet autonomously. I don't have to care anything about anything anymore. And this fantasy is probably a bit far-fetched. I would say this we won't see for the next, let's say, 20, 30 years. The reason is there are so many questions to be answered, and the much I appreciate the artificial intelligence and the advancements and also sensor technology, which are the two, for me, key ingredients in that game. Still, there's a long way to go that we really are able to deal with all the detailed challenges that need to be mastered. Just imagine you have a day like today, snow, bad road conditions, and you want to go a bit off-road because the house you go to is on an uncharted area. Artificial intelligence, sensors of, let's say, today, maybe stretch a bit into the future, will have a hard time to manage all these kind of driving situations. So if this would be the definition of autonomous drive, I don't see that far, or that in the next 10, 20, 30 years. However, if you think about, let's say, the other extreme, if we have some vehicles that in very, let's say, carefully designed areas, for instance, on an airport or from JFK, New York's downtown New York City on a dedicated lane, if they go there during regular, let's say, traffic hours and with under regular weather conditions, okay, that's foreseeable in a couple of years. So the first thing for me is really what is autonomous drive? And that may drive the evaluation of Waymo and all these companies as well. The second thing is, for all these business cases, the real value probably doesn't come from the autonomous drive itself. It's the indirect value from what can I do with the time of the people that don't need to drive anymore. And then we are back to the connected car. So probably to have the ability to make use of the time or to expose the people who don't need to drive anymore to something else, that may create a lot of the value and may drive the value of these companies. But again, the numbers as such, I have no idea if they are justified. They are way beyond my imagination of numbers with regard to the valuation of companies.
Right. Neither am I an expert, but still, I talked about why I think the business cases. That's why I made that other podcast.
What is your view on it?
What I identified, I agree with you. This indirect view, they're actually creating more time. So we've seen Uber within a couple of years. Uber will file for IPO this year, and the estimation is 120 billion.
Right.
So what they did is essentially they created a company where their expansion cost is literally zero. So they want to add one more car to their portfolio. Zix will have to buy a car. They don't have to buy a car. This is essentially zero. So this kind of companies are known as the exponential organizations by a futurist technologist called Salim Ismail. So Waymo is certainly one of them. So imagine when Waymo comes and say, okay, you don't even have to sell your time to earn money with your car. You're in the office, put our software, your car goes and makes money for you. So this will take it to another dimension. On the other hand, this will be a new ad platform for Google. Thirdly, I think autonomous vehicle is $1 trillion market if you think about trucks and lorries and all those. So adding up all those, in my opinion, this valuation is justified, but others may disagree. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, interesting points. Definitely the let's say commercial vehicles, they may make good use of autonomous, or at least a certain degree of autonomy in their fleets. So no doubt about that.